real friendship extends beyond the physical seeing every day, because it's easy when you see the person and it's just here in front of you. But that's a lesson that I have to learn, because I've been 6 years in the university and I had one good friendship, which is amazing. But also, I started with five, and the next, from first year till sixth, I understood that yes, we're in one place, but it doesn't mean I have to be your friend. And it doesn't, if we are, let's say, great working together and we spend a good time, you are not my friend, you're a colleague. And that's something that I have to establish to myself. I have to uh, really appreciate the time that I have here and form the friendships that I want. And it's okay, it's, if a friendship is for a year or two, it's great. You have connected for a short amount of time, but you have connected, which is the purpose that we have. One of the great things about being alive is to be able to really feel connected. But I have an issue with one of my oldest, with the person that I moved in the dorms the first day of university 6 years ago. I connected in so many fields with her. We had endless conversations for about 2 years. Then the third year, I decided to move to Spain, and the conversations were shortened to one in a year that I wasn't here physically. I called them and I watched. I read the text because we were in a group chat, and it wasn't that they stopped living. It was just they stopped including me in stuff. I was a year in that program, and then I went back. I had a really shitty year, and I could, uh, at that moment, I didn't realize how much a year could change you until I came back and I didn't have anything. Like I couldn't see those people anymore. I was in front of them. I could see their features. I could hear them talk. But that wasn't the friendship that I left a year back. That year of being alone, really alone, because nobody wanted to talk to me, because we were foreigners, because racism, discrimination, and all the above that you can think. Oh yeah, they happen. I don't want to say that Spain is the problem as a country, because I have great friends from Spain. I have great experience there. But the year that I was in, studying really every day live with them, it was horrible, really horrible. And I cannot. I I had like 3 months of working that year when I came back, because I didn't have anybody to talk to. My sister came once, no twice. My mom came to see me 3 times. My best friend came to see me, because I was so alone that I could feel it. They were worried that I couldn't get out of my bed because nobody wanted to talk to me. And I'm really trying, like really, really trying. And the only person that I got to talk from October till about 3 months, she decided she's a German girl. If someday you watch this, I sure hope you are fine. You feel happiness, fulfillment, and I just hope you're okay, because you left when you couldn't get what you wanted from this person here. You left. So yeah, that was the only person that I was um, in uni. I could talk about, do you show what class we are on, do you show what room is it, we have to hurry to that place, we can go there. and and then November happened, and and she just changed her mind and started to behave really hostile, like I owed her things, like I was some kind of like, I don't know, uh, person that she can exploit, and she can say that's why your mom did that to you. That's why you're like that, because of your dad, because of your mom. I have a psychology. I don't need one. I felt really like a trash. So someone just put me in a trash can and just forgot about me a year. And I come back and I was put in another group, and we couldn't see each other with this friend. We couldn't see each other a lot, but in the lectures that were every day, I really wanted to. My God, it's my cat. She's really loud, but she's a really old one. So if you could excuse her. Um. Okay, I really like you. Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. Oh, wow. So yeah, I come back. I had so many problems with the documents, and for a for a moment, they told me I will not be able to attend to this year, and then they resolved it. It was a whole chaos because I didn't want to go back to the dorms, so I wanted to find an apartment, but that took me about a month and a half when I was in the same building as her. And I saw her the first day, and then a couple of times I sat on her side for the whole, I don't know, 2 3 hours of 2 3 sessions um of lectures, which is 6 hours, and they talk like I wasn't there, and they behave like I wasn't, like I never came back. I just stayed there, and I felt like I wasn't, gosh, like I wasn't part of them. They were talking about stuff that I couldn't understand. they they were talking about assignments because they were in a one group and I was in another, but we were in the same year, we were doing the same assignments, and someone had the idea to go and volunteer into the zoo, and we were doing that, and we were doing so many things. And with that friend, before I went to Spain, we had this great idea to move together because we were so alike and we really liked our privacy. It was great. And I was a month and a half searching for an apartment, and they were so expensive. And never, she never even, I don't know, say a thing about that idea that we spent like a year thinking. Between first and second year, we were like, yeah, we will find the one when we come back from second year, and never talked about that again because that idea was from a friendship that was destroyed because of the distance. Looking back, I see that maybe I didn't reach enough, but friendships are never one way, one sided. And I blamed myself a lot for a lot of the things that happened. But also, I'm sorry, but I cannot do all the work. And then we have a practice that we have to do that it's a month long. And I decide I want to go in another program. And that friend sends me a contract to Brazil with 3 places. And we were four, but one of us was going to Cyprus. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. We're going, the three of us, to Brazil, and we will reconnect, and we will have the best time of our lives, because we are so, there is still hope for a friendship. It's never too late. And then I started the communication because I was the most fluent in Spanish, and we get the contract. We start looking at, I I got that, but it was fine. I was waiting for her to say, let's find an accommodation. Then that never happened. I started to look at the apartments, and they were really expensive. And I found one that was in the center, that was close to a metro station, that was about 40 minutes from work. And I just hope that the center will be the most, let's say, safe and touristy place where we can find a lot of stuff to do. It wasn't like that. It wasn't safe. It wasn't clean. It was such a neighborhood. Let me tell you, there was so many homeless people, prostitutes, and drugs on my street. I have never seen that much, and I've been traveling to a lot of countries, and I I was like, oh my gosh, like we're going to Brazil, and then we never spoke to each other. Like there was some kind of avoidance, and I was going to the gym with one of my, let's say, former friends, and I was talking to her. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I We spent a year apart, and we never talked to each other, and now I'm starting to think I'm pushing too much. Maybe she's not ready. Maybe it's not the time. mm, like I don't know, a lot of stuff are going up, and that's when I started, from November that year, I started talking to my friend about my fears, that it's a dying friendship, and I have I had so much uh, joy, so much honesty between us, so much. When you find someone who can really understand you, I saw that in her. I wasn't talking about just the mere movies or whatever. No, I felt like I could share my heart, my soul, and she would do the same for me. And she will like rise above her fears and really share everything. And then I started relapsing in my depression about the end of November. I started to have really bad thoughts, like I was having in Spain the whole year. And I started having, because I had really trouble, like for the last 8 9 years, I couldn't sleep well. I really couldn't get sleepy. So my mind was all the night thinking. And when you're bored, you start to think a lot of bad stuff. And I was alone in an apartment, and just started to have really bad thoughts. And at that point, I started to harm myself, just to distract everything that I was feeling, because once again, I was feeling really isolated. My gym friend was talking to me only about going to the gym, and then I felt like we had a great conversations, and it wasn't like that. Uh, Later, I found out that she was spilling everything that I trusted. It wasn't a top secret stuff. No, it was just stuff that I feared, because when you have fears, you want to share them to see if you're really crazy. And she helped me with that. And then, well, that will come later in the story, but it wasn't a happy end for that friendship. So, yeah, the third person that we had on that trip, she dropped out because she was scared of doing such a long trip to Brazil, which is absolutely understandable. We talked to her and she was like, yeah, but my boyfriend can only work from Europe and I'm financially um, struggling and he's the one that is earning the money, so we cannot. And I was like, oh, absolutely, I absolutely understand you. It's okay. So the two of us were going to do the trip. So yeah, back to November. I wasn't having such a great time mentally, harming myself, not sleeping. And then the exam, the exams came, and I was doing 2 years for one. I had so much going on that I had a panic attack just before my first exam. The night before that, I was I couldn't hear my mom on the phone telling me to breathe, telling me she's 2 hours from the place that I'm living in, but she's starting the car and coming because and I was just in a place where I couldn't find any light, any fresh air. I was suffocating. My mind couldn't my mind couldn't think. I was suffocated. My ears were really like there was this silence. This everything was numb. Everything, every color, every sound was numb, and I the only thing that I could hear was just my heart having really a pulse that was really high for me, just laying on the floor in my kitchen and just breathing in, breathe out. It was horrible, and everything that I thought was I'm going to die if I cannot pull myself. I'm going to die. It was such a horrible thing. Like I still cannot process it, and it's always emotional because I really thought I was going to die, and I'm like, why does it have to hurt so much? Oh, let me just compose myself. I will introduce some something here while I'm talking for you to watch because I don't want you to see me like this. People usually are not the best with the emotions, but they're great talking. And I don't know how they do it because I try to hold everything in and then just it explodes in such a way that I cannot, like if I'm going to if my emotion is to cry, I will explode and I will cry as and if I remember something that was so painful, I always cry. I remember memories are the way we like when we talk about them are the way we relieve the pain or relieve um, the joy that we felt. So after this commercial break, so January session comes to end, February comes, they sign the contract. It's February now, starting the second semester. She's now avoiding me. A person that I used to live with, used to cook, used to go to the supermarket every time that we wanted something, we go get ice cream, we go see movie. A person that I enjoy time outside of uni is now avoiding me, and I still confined with that girl, the gym bro, the gym bro, that I wasn't really sure what's going on, and I couldn't understand why she was avoiding me. So yeah, I start to think and to think and to think, and I was hoping everything will be fine. And I made a promise to myself that I will care for her, for my friend in Brazil, because I want her to feel safe and I want her to experience the best experience that she can. And she had a birthday in August, and we were going to be July and August and some of September there. So it was going to be great. And then comes the apartment, comes everything. I go and I cannot hear anything from her because she's avoiding me all the time. We're still going to the zoo. We're still volunteering at the zoo. We're still doing a lot of stuff together, but we do not talk about it. We do not communicate. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to other people. I don't know. Comes the really memorable summer in Brazil. I had such a great time. Such a great time. I met so many amazing people that they really opened my eyes to a lot of things, a lot of opportunities that I can go and live a life in Brazil where I felt like home because everybody was telling me how Brazilian I looked and how Brazilian I behaved. And I was like, I just really like you guys, so I feel like at home. It was great. And the first 2 weeks she wasn't there with me, and the third week she came. I had her SIM card, I had the apartment, I had taxi, I had a phone for her. um I received her from the airport, in the residence that we were in. I did everything I could that summer to make her comfortable, but she was still in the metro mornings and afternoons. She was with her earphones, with her headphones, listening to something or reading. We were never talking about anything. And then, about 2 weeks in, since she arrived, we went to a park and she wasn't feeling really good. So we just sat on the grass and talk, and I talk, and I told her, you can trust me, like I'm here for you. I'm really I really miss our conversations and the trust that we had. And she turns, yeah, yeah, like the trust um, that I am not uh, really comfortable with new people. I see you know better who I am than myself. You know me better than myself. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she was like, you couldn't present me your boyfriend because you were afraid that I will shut down and close the doors because he's a man. And I was like, because he's not in the group. So we she told me that she knew that I was telling my gym bro that I feared that she was really introvert, and she will be I didn't want to hurt her with my new relationship, and I couldn't understand. So I hid it from her. This is me editing stuff and going to my here list of things that I talked about, and I just scratch one. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things more that I wanted to talk about in this episode, and I couldn't because I was so focused on that. But yeah, I shall talk about next time. Bye.
Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. No matter what I do, your heart is drifting out of reach. Head underwater, I'm swimming harder, trying to keep this alive. Gotta find my way to you, now that our love has capsized.